Hey guys, Retro Gaming Maniac here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you my current PlayStation Vita game collection as of March 2017. Now the Vita, the PS2, and PS1 are systems I've been actively collecting for or trying to collect for, but I've kind of slowed down on the Vita here lately because they're just getting so hard to find. Even GameStop's, you know, not really carrying that many anymore. They used to have their own little shelf for the Vita, and now it's like just like one shelf down below the Wii games. So I've kind of slowed down on that. Now the Vita is a system that I got, I guess, a few months after it launched. Man, what year did that come out? I'll put it down below what year the Vita was launched, but I got it a few months after it launched and I really enjoyed it. It's got some great games on it. Unfortunately, it didn't sell well, so it didn't have much third-party support, and even Sony had really stopped making games for it a while back, and they just didn't really you know, they put out some good titles in the beginning, and then after that they kind of just stopped. The system's still popular in Japan, and there's still a big following for it, but it's, you know, it's not mainstream anymore really, I guess. There's still sites like Limited Run that puts up Vita games for sale. They take like digital games and make physical copies and they sell them. So I've got a few Limited Run games here, but basically I'm just going to show you what I have in my collection. I don't have like a huge collection, but I think it's got some pretty good titles in it. Now this is the Vita that I have. It's the original model with the OLED screen. It's not the Slim model, which I actually prefer this over the Slim. My friend had the Slim and I tried it out, and I like that it's lighter, but this one has the better screen, and I just like the buttons and everything. I like the layout on this one a little bit better. But the thin one, the Slim model, is still a great one to get. This is a great one though. It has the trigger grips on it, which is good for a lot of shooters and stuff like that, like Killzone Mercenary. And I also have the PlayStation Vita TV, which is essentially a Vita that you just plug to your TV. It's got Wi-Fi, but it's also got a Ethernet port, power, HDMI, USB, SD card. That's where you put your Vita cartridges in. The cool thing about this is you can also like download other games digitally to it, but unfortunately it doesn't play all the Vita games. It only plays certain ones. I mean, it plays a good amount, but there actually used to be a hack you could do where you would hack it and you could play every game in the Vita library on it, which I thought was really cool. Unfortunately, I updated mine past that firmware, or I guess software update that you had to have yours at. And I updated past that, so I'm no longer able to hack it until somebody releases a new hack for it. But yeah, anyways, this is my Vita collection. I'm just going to basically go through and show you what games I have. I'm not going to talk too much about each game, but I'll just give you a quick idea what the game is. This one I got from Limited Run. This is Thomas Was Alone. And there's not really much to show on this one. It's kind of bland. I picked this one up, but I haven't played it yet. Shovel Knight I have played. Now this one's sealed, but I had a digital copy. But this is a Shovel Knight, and I got this one from fangamer.com, I think it is. But all it is the Vita version on a physical copy, which is really cool. I have Lone Survivor, which is a retro survival horror game. And some of these are sealed, and that's because I have most of these digital already, but I wanted a physical copy. But this one is really cool, and it's one that I definitely recommend checking out. One Way Heroes is another RPG. This is one I have digital as well. But this one is just an RPG, and it's got good like retro style graphics on it, so it's a really fun game. Next up, Dynasty Warriors 8 Xtreme Legends. Now I started playing Dynasty Warriors back, I guess when it first came out on PS2, and I really enjoyed them. They are kind of repetitive, but if you want just like a simple, you know, button masher and destroying waves of enemies, this is a fun game to get. And this is the Dynasty Warriors 8 Complete Edition, which comes with like some DLC and new characters and stuff like that. Here we have Rainbow Moon, which this one I have not played yet, but it looks really good. This is another limited run game. Hopefully you can see that. I'm hoping there's not a glare. Dungeon Hunter Alliance is a pretty good game. This is a dungeon crawler. Think like Diablo or something. And this one I actually got for like $4 something because it was on sale. Let's see, what do we have this? Oh, here we go. Soldier X2 Final Prototype. It's a good shooter here, really fun. I've played this one before. This particular copy is sealed. A lot of these are sealed, especially my limited run ones. And this is limited run number 13, I think. Yep. Great game though. We have, what is this one? Dragon Fantasy, another RPG. This one has the retro style graphics as well. That's a limited run game as well. Tales of the Hearts. Now this one I got, how much was this one? I think I had SOAR credit with this one. But it is a GameStop exclusive. It's really cool. It's it's RPG, but it's not like turn-based. You can actually go and like, you know, I don't know, what do you call the RPG that's not turn-based? I'm not real big in RPGs. Certain ones I like, but Ultra Despair Girls, pretty cool game. There's several different ones. This is the main one that I wanted though. Zero Drifter. This is another limited run game. It's a pretty cool game here. Now this one I played on the 3DS, so that's why I haven't opened this one yet. Was it the 3DS I played in? I think it was a 3DS. Dynasty Warriors next, another great game. This one actually was a gift from my brother. And essentially Dynasty Warriors, but they tried to throw in some like PS Vita specific capability, like, you know, hitting enemies by like, you know, rubbing the screen and stuff like that, so it's alright. Octodad, great game. I have it on PS4, that's why I didn't open it on this one, but it plays pretty much exactly the same. You play an octopus that's trying to like blend in with like the human life, and like you have to try not to get, you know, found out. And there's like a butcher or a chef that's chasing you. Persona 4 Golden, very good RPG. I like RPGs. I'm not a big fan of the turn-based per se. Final Fantasy VII was a good one. Earth Defense Force 2. This is Invaders from Planet Space. A really good game on the Vita. I think this one has like 200 missions, and you might be able to unlock more. But really good game. I think it even has multiplayer. Yep, Infrastructure. You can have 2 to 4 players co-op or competitive. Great game. Uncharted Golden Abyss. This is a really good Uncharted game. I beat this one. This one has almost PS3 quality graphics. Great game. And I believe this was a launch title, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a really good game, and a great addition to the Uncharted series. It's one that unfortunately doesn't play on the PS Vita TV, so the only way you're really going to be able to experience it is if you actually have the handheld console. So Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation. This one's really cool. It's set in 1700s, I think, and you play actually a female. So it's a really cool take, but it's a full-fledged Assassin's Creed game. Amazing graphics for a Vita. Or for a handheld, I should say. Resistance Burning Skies. A lot of people didn't like this one. I actually did enjoy it. You play a firefighter. Essentially it's Resistance, but you play a firefighter and it's on a handheld. But it's a really great game. And I think that art on the front is just really cool. Next we have the Metal Gear Solid Collection. Here we go. HD Collection. Comes with Sons of Liberty and Snake Eater. And Snake Eater is my personal favorite, so I'm really glad that this one's on here. But yeah. If I'm not mistaken, it has, yeah, Metal Gear Solid 2 VR missions. And it's got the original Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 from the, what system was that? I don't remember. Injustice, great game. Essentially just like Injustice on the PS4, just, you know, downscaled a little bit to work on the Vita, graphics-wise, but it looks great on here. And it comes with all the DLC already. Let's see, 6 new playable characters, 30 new skins, and new missions as well. Resident Evil 2 Revelations. Now my buddy Reggie did a review on this one here recently. Great game. They kind of, the graphics got downscaled a good bit. I think too much. I think this game would have worked just fine. But I think they went, basically the company that ported this was not used to doing the ports per se, so It's a good game, worth getting if you like the Vita and you like Resident Evil. But the company that ported it, I think, could have done a better job. But either way, great game, one you should definitely check out. Resident Evil Revelations 2. Minecraft PlayStation Vita edition. Now, unfortunately in the US, this is just a download. There's nothing in here. I'm going to import the actual European version, the actual physical copy. But unfortunately, this is just a download, so... Rayman Legends, I got this one for $5 at Walmart. Great game if you like Rayman. Has some touchscreen controls, optional. MLB The Show, these are actually really good baseball games. Is this the one? No, this one has a card in it, and I think it's 15 or 16. It's just a download, so. Unit 13 is a really good tactical shooter. Think SOCOM and like Rainbow Six Vegas kind of mixed together. That's the kind of gameplay you get with Unit 13. Really good tactical shooter. I think it has multiplayer. Yep, 2-player co-op and infrastructure mode. So assuming the servers are still online, you can go online and do a 2-player co-op with that. Silent Hill Book of Memories. This game got a lot of hate because it's not your typical Silent Hill game, but it's good for what it is. It's more of a dungeon crawler. But it's like a beat 'em up too. It's like a hack and slash beat 'em up. Think like Hunter the Reckoning type game. That's kind of gameplay you get with this Silent Hill Book of Memories. So it got a lot of hate for not being a typical Silent Hill game, but it is one worth checking out, and you can get it cheap these days. So I think you should definitely get it. What do we have next? We have A Wolf Among Us. This is one I have not played yet, but it's a Telltale Games, kind of like the Walking Dead series. I heard this is really good though. I have watched a Let's Play on it. From Rad Brad, I think, yeah, Rad Brad. Now this is an amazing shooter, Darius Burst Chronicle Saviors. This is an import that I got. Now the game is pretty much completely playable, even though it's in Japanese. You don't really need to read much of the text that's in it. It's an amazing shooter, really fun, and actually the PS4 version is really cool because it actually has 4-player co-op. So it's a shooter. Think of like a Life Force type shooter, but with like 4 players. So it's really cool. And the graphics and music are just, oh man, the boss battles are awesome. This one I got because it was like $3. Trivia game, I guess. Not really my kind of game, but Supremacy Mma. Not that great of a game. It's an alright game if you like UFC and MMA and that kind of fighting. It has its issues. It's kind of a mediocre game. It's not horrible, but it's not good. But this one is kind of hard to find, and I think when last I looked online, which was 3 or 4 months ago, maybe more, this was like $80 online, which is ridiculous. But it's one of those, I guess it had a low print run or whatever. So MLB The Show, another downloadable game voucher. So unfortunately there's nothing in there. Tearaway. Now this is a great game on the Vita. This one was, I think I got this one for $5 at Walmart, and it was just sitting at the Walmart shelf for like so long. It's even got like sun fading on it. It's been in Walmart so long, and I asked them how much it was, and they went to ring it up, and they couldn't get a price to come up on it because I guess it had been out of their system for so long. So they actually just gave it to me for $5. So it's awesome. It's a great game on the Vita. Now it was recently ported, not recently, I guess it's been ported to the PS4 since, but I still think this is the best way to play it. Walking Dead, that's just a sticker from the price tag. The Walking Dead Season 2, I still need like Season 1 and 3, I believe. Telltale game. Borderlands 2, I have this as a digital, so I didn't open this one. Great game, really good port. It has a little bit of slowdown when there's a lot of stuff going on, but it's not bad at all. Really good game. And it has 6 add-ons. Okay, cool. Character pack, and different missions too. That's cool. Definitely pick this one up if you like Borderlands. Luminous is a cool puzzle game. It's got like some really good music to it, kind of like rave type music, like club music. It's fun. It's like basically a puzzle game with music that's just like really catchy, and you know, it's a casual game. Child of Light, really cool game. Amazing music, and like the artwork in this game is just really good. But I know you can't see it. I may post some pictures off to the side. Great game. Suikoden, The Age of Demons. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Suikoden, Age of Demons. This one was on sale. Plays a lot like... Wow, what's that? What's the name of that game? I can't remember the name of it. It's like one of the major RPGs for the Vita. I can't remember it. But this one plays a lot like the other RPG. Man, I cannot remember the name of that RPG on the Vita. I had the digital version of it. I don't have the disc, I don't think, or the card. No, I don't. Anyways, you'll probably know. Great game though. Madden 13, for some reason, this one's hard to find, and I got it cheap, so I picked it up, even though I'm not really into football games. But this one is hard to find for some reason. They say it is, and it's expensive online for some reason. Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 Plus. I love this game. It's really good. A lot better than I thought it was going to be. This is the first Ninja Gaiden game I've played in a long time, and I really enjoyed it. And this one is compatible with the Vita TV. So, Gravity Rush, another great game. Of course, they just came out with Gravity Rush 2 a few months ago, but it all started right here on the Vita, and this is a great game. It's a must-have if you have a Vita. Muramasa, man, this game is amazing. It's a 2D side-scrolling fighting game, but it has some really good art design and music, and just everything about this game is just great. And I think it originally came out on the Wii, so it was a port from the Wii to the Vita, but I love this game. Hotshots Go, essentially just a fun, quirky golf game. You know, Hotshots have been out since, what, PS1 days? Great game, though. Shinobido 2, Revenge of Zen, which is essentially a stealth ninja game. Think Tenchu. It plays a lot like Tenchu. I think it's probably made by the same people. Great game though. You got, you know, you're a ninja, you do stealth kills, do these missions. I really like this one because I love the Tenchu games, and it plays just like Tenchu. Batman Arkham Blackgate. Is it Arkham? Yeah, Arkham Origins Blackgate. It's a good game, but it's not quite like the Arkham City. It's more of like a 2D, a 2.5D game. A lot of backtracking and going back and forth and trying to figure out where to go. Graphics are great though. I do have this on the 3DS as well, and it blows away the 3DS version graphics wise. So great game if you like Batman. Killzone Mercenaries. Now this was a game that I loved. It's got a great campaign mode, amazing graphics. I mean, the graphics on this still blow me away. Sometimes I'll pop it in, and yes, it does run on the Vita TV, so I'll pop it in and play it, and it just plays great. You can even use a PS4 controller to play it. Really good online multiplayer as well. It plays just like a console game, but in the palm of your hand, or, you know, with Vita TV. But still, amazing game. And I've been a fan of Killzone for a while. My favorite one is still the original Killzone on PS2. That All-Stars Battle Royale, PlayStation All-Stars. Great game. I know they could have done a lot of things to make this game a lot better. I wish they would have supported it more. I think there was only like one DLC to come out for it, like a character pack. But great game. I love this one. It's like Melee, and I know why they changed it and made the game the way they did. They didn't want to like copy Melee exactly, but it's still a great game. It's got some good characters in it. It's got the Killzone. I forgot the name of that guy. It's got Dante. Some Tekken characters. Papa Rapper the Rapper. It's, you know, you can see Sackboy, Sly, Ratchet, Raiden's on there, God of War, Kratos, even Nathan Drake is on there. It's a great game. A lot of people didn't like it. I really enjoyed it. I used to play it all the time, especially online with my friends. Natural Doctrine. I'm trying to think. I played this one recently. I'm trying to think what the gameplay was like. I think it's either turn-based or you have to like choose like what space you want to move to. Really good game though. Music's great, and that definitely deserves more attention than it gets. Street Fighter versus Tekken or Cross Tekken. Great game. I personally like playing as the Tekken characters a bit more. I'm more of a Tekken guy. I do love Street Fighter too. But great game. Definitely check that one out. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom, one that's getting hard to find. I think it's going up in price. But essentially, you know, if you know what Marvel vs. Capcom is, it's just, you know, those two groups fighting each other. It's really fun though. Little Big Planet, great game. And Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified. The game is okay. It just feels like they could have done so much better with it. This is yet another instance where the company that was porting it was a company that mostly did like mobile games for like cell phone. So they could have done a lot better, or a different company could have done a lot better with this. It just feels kind of empty. Like, there's not much here. The story mode is all like timed and they're very short. It does have online multiplayer, but the levels are so slow and the options are very limited. So, I mean, it's Call of Duty in a pinch, but it's like a very watered down Call of Duty. Graphics wise, it's great. But yeah, there's not much here. Just a box for my Vita and box for my Vita TV. That's about it. That's my PS Vita collection as of March 2017. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm still on the lookout for a few games. I want to get Sonic All-Stars Racing, or Tag Team Racing, or whatever. There's a few others I want to get, mostly imports though. There's some really good Gundam games that I want to get. I want to get Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z, which is an import. Get the physical copy of that. But yeah, I'm going to add some more to my collection over time, but this is my collection as of March 2017. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry it's such a long video. But yeah, I don't remember how many games I have. I'll put a counter in the end of the video. But hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned. There's going to be more videos. I'm going to try to go out and do some more PlayStation Vita game hunting videos. Haven't done those in a while. But thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.